Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. Kind of peep out the lighting real quick. It's an afternoon. Today's topic is going to be about me dealing with still health issues, but still trying to look good, feel good, live out my life and do the best I can. Yeah, today I got a haircut, noticeably. Barber did me justice. Good job. But, I had this thought in my head that, which has still been lingering. The point of looking good but not feeling good, the whole thing is everything. And I've been dealing with like health issues and stuff like that for like the longest, where I go out somewhere and then I have low glucose and my blood kind of just drops down, my blood sugar drops down and everything. And my face for some odd reason it just does this. And when that happens, like everything, my whole worldview changes. 1 minute people are nice to you, everyone wants to get to know you, want to talk to you and stuff like that. The next minute people are revolting and have want nothing to do with your ass. The next, and it kind of, it's like two, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, two flips of a coin. It kind of sucks going through that, but here we are, and it is what it is, and just trying to figure out ways to kind of subdue with all that. But yeah, that's basically what I've been going through. Like, I haven't really been finding peace within myself. I don't know if you guys have like a disability or something like that, where you're conscious about it at every given turn that you go out throughout your day. It's like it feels like I'm still a kid sometimes, having to worry about or be conscious about acne. Not worry, but be conscious about it. Because I remember when I used to go out and I had acne on my face, I used to be like, "Oh, people tell and people notice it?" Back then people didn't really care too much. I mean, maybe they saw it, but it didn't make a big difference. But now with this low glucose thing, when my blood sugar drops down, my face does this, or kind of looks like I'm tired or something like that. Right now I look up because I just took caffeine not too long ago and I have my third meal of the day. But when my face does that and the whole energy thing changes, I'm telling you, people from like around and just the people I'm talking to would change, and it really would affect my health and stuff, my mental health as well. Just dealing with it, I have to learn various ways of not letting that bother me, and not letting something that's out of my control affect my days and stuff like that. Even though it is very difficult sometimes, because I'm telling you, from experience, I'm just trying to like talk to people. I'm trying to just get through my day, and people will treat you a certain type of way because they act like your blood sugar dropping and you may be looking tired is like you doing that on purpose, as oh, he doesn't carry himself as well as he wants to, or some stupid shit like that, which that's not the case. It's like it's a health issue, and so people aren't really gonna accommodate with that. They're just gonna see you for what you are at that exact moment of time, and then not want to deal with their ass. And I had to kind of just deal with that. And so the thing that kind of sucks about this the most is just yeah, it's like I don't know, I don't it's something I'm conscious about, but I'm dealing with it at the same time. Just make sure you have your sugars and all kind of stuff. Make sure you check your blood sugar. Always make sure you're up on stuff. And if you're constantly moving around like how I am, I'm going to the gym. I'm walking around a lot of places. I got a Fitbit to track me how many steps I'm taking for the day, all kind of stuff. So you're going to be active throughout the day, but at the same time, once you have those moments where you have a conversation with somebody and your sugar drops, and then you can, for me, I have a good fighting spirit. I can keep going. I can keep talking. I can keep doing whatever I got to do. But the person I'm talking to, say I'm talking to you, the person I'm talking to, they see my face, just you know, do do something like that. They do something like that, or just like they hear the tone of my voice, or just my energy shift. They don't want to deal with me or anything like that at all, and it just is pressure. I was looking on Google of just like trying to look nice, but then the expectations that come with it is really stressful at times, and it just hinders my mental health. I'm to a point where like I had to teach myself not to give a shit and just to deal with whatever I'm dealing with and just figure it out on my own, and with help of course, but just figure it out. Just say you're doing the best you can, and you shouldn't really hold yourself. Hold on. Beat yourself up to that standard, because it's really not your fault. Like, it's a health issue at the end of the day, and having to like go through that and deal with that stuff is like, it is what it is. But it's not like you out here purposely just trying to look stupid in front of fucking people. And I mean, that's the biggest thing I'm trying to iterate towards myself and at all times. And it's just the pressure, just like that looking good part, and having health issues. Basically, that's what this whole thing is all about, is like having health issues, and also dealing with like trying to look good and stuff like that. Because if your energy's off, you can forget about looking good. That shit can go right over somebody's head. You know, honestly, with this whole looks maxing journey and stuff like that, like looking good was like the pinnacle of thing because I was healthy at a certain time, felt fine, felt functional, felt serviceable. But it got to a point where I started dealing with these health dilemmas that this was more of a bigger issue than anything else. And then having to really understand and really just sit back and it's like, damn, looks isn't everything. It's just like you have to like work on within how you do things and how you are perceived outside, especially if you love yourself as a person. You know, I just said a lot, but I know that makes sense. It's gonna click, but yeah, just man, dude, like I don't, I just never been a fan of that. You know, like this having people switch up um, because of just health issues, and you know, of course, you can try to talk. You know, I'll tell people this immediately, especially if I first meet them or know them. But at the same time, it's just I'm such in a moment. I'm having a good time. I don't want to worry about it, and then like my fucking health drops and my sugar drops. And then like now that's like the center of attention or something like that. Not in my mind, but just you'll notice it with the energy around you. Like people are gonna like say this for example. Say for this example. I'm talking, just like I'm talking to you guys right now, and you notice like my tone in my voice, like, hey guys, like it's like slurring just a little bit, but it's still audible, you're still readable, you can understand what I'm saying. But the other person is like, fuck, it look like he ain't trying to talk. I'm gonna be weird, I'm gonna keep my distance away from you. Stay back, do some stuff like that, and it will kind of make you, make me feel a certain type of way. I'm not a really big fan of it, and I'm like, damn, and I have to really learn and figure out how my body works and just kind of go from there and not let this thing consume me. That's like the biggest thing out of everything. Like, not letting this thing consume me and define me as a person because, despite me going through health issues, I don't let it like define me as a person. I just still try to pass through and do as much as I can and, hey there, trying to do as much as I can and just kind of live my life and not really be at this thing's fault because I don't like living like that. I don't like making excuses for myself. And even though it does suck to have people switch up on you on the fly, it's just what more can you do? It's just you're just trying to keep up with yourself. But I'm aware I'm doing a lot. I'm work out like yeah, but I mean I don't let that distract me or stop me from who I am. I just of course this is me talking to me. I could be talking to everybody, but especially for me, sometimes I need to hear this. This is having to deal with this is like the biggest thing going out places I have to worry. There hasn't really been a time where I went out somewhere and I felt completely present. I can really relax and have a good time. I always have to have this big ass bag. It's fucking goddamn 30 pounds, as you can tell, probably 40 or 50. I have to carry with me all times because I have emergency packets. I have tabloids that my sugar goes down. I can bring that up. I have to bring electrolytes. I have to bring all kinds of stuff. So if anything happens, I can raise my energy up so I can enjoy the moment because what usually happens when I don't bring my stuff, my energy would drop and then, say everybody around me would just kind of just keep their distance, don't want to talk to me, they'll treat me rude or be a little bit more disrespectful and stuff like that. And I wouldn't really enjoy myself being out wherever I go. And, I'm already dealing with a lot. We all deal with a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure you don't want to deal with even more issues when you go out. That's the whole point of going out, isn't it? Just to kind of forget about your stuff. But my thing is, I don't go out to forget about things. I go out to celebrate things. I go out because I accomplished something. That's always been my mindset with everything. I don't like just going out just to go. I mean, yeah, you can have fun, but I just like going out because I celebrate. I deserve that moment of time, so you get to be with friends. But yeah, that's the main thing of having some dilemma, some health issue, kind of just affecting and they're constantly feeling tired part. Oh my God! Before I get to anything else, the feeling tired part, I cannot stress to you how annoying that is. I never went through this when I was a kid, or when I was in my early college years. Even when I was 22, I'm 25 now, dude. I would feel tired from just walking, and then kind of just doing my daily thing, and I would just feel exhausted. Like it was just, and I would get enough sleep. I would have my waters and drink, eat healthy, and all that stuff. But just like when that sugar drops, that tiredness hits different. And so I always gotta make sure I have caffeine on me because if I have no caffeine in my system, I am completely screwed. And if life throws something at me, it's gonna be a home run on that ass because this shit finna be out of here. Shit. Well, I can't. I need my energy at all times. It's like a whole Call of Duty map combo book. I literally a loadout. I would say what combo book? A loadout. I have a loadout on my back, so I literally have everything equipped and making sure I'm doing everything I can possible to survive and just live my life. I don't want this to be something to be stressing out about, but yeah, it just man, dude, like I don't have time for this, man. It's just because the biggest thing that kind of frustrates me, and I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to this as well, where you let one thing consume you through it. You let one thing consume you from being who you truly are as a person. You let one thing bother you. You let one thing distract you. You let one thing misguide you from who you are as a person. You are a good person. You work hard. You do everything you're supposed to be doing. And yet, life and people and circumstances treat you like you are a shitty person. That is like the most frustrating thing I've ever had to go through. And I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to this as well. Is when you know you deserve something, but you still get treated like something else. And that's where we are, the underdogs. And I always felt like an underdog. I always felt like I have something to prove to myself, because no matter how what people see me in that moment, if my energy is down and they see me as like whatever, how they treat me, like, oh, he ain't shit, or he ain't doing this, or he ain't doing that, I know for a fact in my heart that I am worth more than anything that anyone can ever imagine. And I put in the work, and I don't need to prove to you, but I can prove to myself that I can make it. So if people feel the need, they want to judge and fucking say whatever they need to say, or treat me in any kind of way because of some health issue that's out of my concern or that's out of my control for the time being, that's on them. I'm you gotta get to a point where you gotta be done trying to like fix or be nice and be, hey guys, it's nothing. It's just guys. If they're not with it, they're not with it. Of course, if you told them, but you got to do what's best for you. And that's basically I'm getting through all this stuff. Can't let this just stress you out. But yeah, let me guys know if you guys have any like low glucose or any health issues or anything like that. That's kind of bothering and stuff like that. Maybe you can help me out in the comments of what to eat, what diets to change. Cause I'm always trying to expand and grow and learn and stuff like that. That's the whole main thing. And yeah, thank you guys for listening. I know this is a little different today of a topic and a little bit more personal for me, but yeah, just like I want to be able to enjoy my life again and enjoy myself once more and just being who I am, just myself, and just be free and being able to do whatever I can do possible without no limitations. Because that's what life is all about. You guys take care and make sure you like, subscribe, and have a good one today.